Okay, so this video is to go over the first page of the poetry kit. So if you're doing yours online in Google Classroom, this is available as a slideshow, which is what I'm going to refer to for the most part in this video. If you're doing this with packets, then you have the worksheet and it's the very first page. All right, so the first thing it wants to know is the title and poet. So when you go to put your answer in here, you just click in the box, erase the type answer here, and then type your answer. So obviously the title and poet's a very easy question to answer. Our title is Remember, and our poet is Joy Harjo. So you can just type in Remember by Joy Harjo. All right, the next slide. This is from that section right here that has the 5 boxes. I just took pictures and zoomed in on them so we'd have more room and space to write or type, I should say. So what they want us to do is define these words in our own words, so we don't need to Google it and type in the official definition. So the first word is dawn. And when you're ready to type in your answer, you just click the little box and then tell us what you think dawn means and go back to your text and see how it's used in context. So this is from line 4. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. What time of the day is it when the sun first appears? What do we call that? All right, the next one, form. This is in line 8, which is the 4th stanza. And I'll start with line 7 because that kind of gives us more context. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. Well, what do you think that's referring to? How your mother struggled to give you form. What do you think form is? All right, and these are the other 3. The first one is evidence, and that is in line 8. You are evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. What does evidence mean? Sorry about that. Make sure you erase the type answer here and then type in what you think evidence means. All right, tribes. That is from line 15. And again, I'll back up a little bit to give more context. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, who all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. So what do you think tribes means? All right. I keep doing that. Origin. This is line 18. And again, I'm going to back up a little bit to give more context. Remember the wind, remember her voice. She knows the origin of this universe. And this is a word we have definitely seen before during the school year, so we should know what origin means. All right, moving right along. Well, this is a very simple question too. So just click right in there, and it wants to know how many lines does this poem have. Well, I told you the answer to that in the read aloud, and you should have numbered it, and you should instantly know what the answer is. So just erase type here and put in that answer. All right, and then down at the bottom, it has part of that last question in here, but this is not where we answer it. There's no typing box there. So the first typing box is here. All right, and this question wants to know repetition, which is a word or phrase being repeated for effect. Well, which word did we hear a lot of during this poem? When I read it aloud, I asked you to think about it. That word was repeated in every single stanza at least once, if not more than once. So the first thing you need to write is which word was repeated. So whatever that word is, was repeated is the first thing you need to write. Why does the poet most likely use this word so many times? We got to think about what it means. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you which word is repeated a lot, and that's remember, which is also the title. So not only is it the title, it's repeated, I don't even know how many times, I didn't even bother to count, but a lot of times. So what does remember mean, and why would someone repeat it over and over again? Why would you repeat the word remember to someone over and over again? That's a big clue to help you figure out why the poet would use that word so many times. What does she want you to do or not do? All right, so now let's look at number 2. It says reread lines 1 through 6. So it's a really good thing that we number our lines so that we can quickly refer back to those without having to count each time. Why might the poet urge readers to remember the sky, the stars, the moon, and the sun? So what do those 4 things have in common? Why would she want us to remember that? And I'm going to go ahead and give you a little clue here. We need the sky because it has our atmosphere, which is what we breathe. We need the sun. We need it for heat and light. We need the moon. We need it to, because of the gravitational pull and everything, it gives us tides. We need stars because when stars go through their life cycles and they explode, they release various elements that we need for life, like carbon. So each of those things gives us something we need. So that's a clue to help you with that one. All right.